we're back. If you watch on YouTube and it looks the same, that's because we are rolling right into next week's episode.
Look at my shirt.
And if you are listening on the radio, we...
on the radio?
Yeah, it would be your radio.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess your telephone radio, your phone. Anywho, This is Tattoo Homewreckers, where we talk about tattoos, life, and everything in between. A little less on the tattoos as of late.
Oh, God. Eventually we'll do a tattoo episode. You know how just like, it's so hard to talk about your work when you're not at work? And I can speak for all tattoo artists on this level of like, I just really don't want to talk about it. If I'm at the bar and someone asks me what I do for a living, I'm not going to tell them that I'm a tattoo artist. Fuck no. Absolutely not.
So if this is your first time joining, that's Callista.
Hey.
I'm Lou. We're both tattoo artists.
Oh, yeah.
If this is your millionth time, or really I think it's our 92nd episode, then
God.
Hi. This is another fun, chaotic episode, mostly because, we just wanted to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start with... What does your gender feel like today? And you can't use the same episode even though we were recording it the same day.
No, that's okay. You know what? That's the beautiful thing is that genders can fluctuate. And right now my gender feels like a makeup palette with only pinks, purples, and blues.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. What's your gender feel like today?
I would say back in the day, it's kind of like Mike's Hard Lemonade, but or like Mike's Hard Sweet Tea or whatever the fuck that shit is. Mm-hmm. But it was better than the like twisted teas they have now because it was Mike's Hard Tea.
That brand?
Yes.
Interesting.
And it was great. The carbonated
Twisted
tea is very similar to it.
Shout out to my favorite.
You know what I would like though?
What?
A carbonated mint tea. That would be great.
I feel like it would actually be quite good.
Yeah, because it would be like a mint julep?
Is that what it is? Mint juleps?
Yeah. Mm. But we only ever get mint juleps when we're at Disney. I can't wait to go to Disney soon. I've been watching all the Disney stuff lately.
She's been a cheater watching on how to win all the games.
Okay, to be clear, I'm not cheating. I'm doing A, research. She's just mad that she doesn't watch that stuff. And B, it's because it's all the like Disney hacks on YouTube. Because my YouTube, we've discussed this before, quite embarrassing. It's all educational with the exception of Disney stuff and workout stuff. Okay, so I'm going to dive right in with this silly question. We just pulled up a 93 silly questions thing. What are 3 things you could buy at a grocery store to make the cashier give you a weird look?
Okay, so I was really struggling with this. First answer obviously has to be lube. But now I can't come up blank because like really nothing seems weird if you get lube. Oh, lube, a can of tuna, and an umbrella. You don't know what I'm going to do with that?
I don't. Okay, so I actually have a story about this.
About lube, a can of tuna?
No. It was the first day I met my like first serious boyfriend, right? Not the first day I met him, but like it was the day that we got together.
Oh my God.
And we became a couple.
Did he like ask you?
I think technically he had a girlfriend still at the time, but to be completely clear, Caboose is the only person I've ever dated that didn't have someone else that like at the time. So
you little homewrecker, living a
whatever. I hear that you can't split up a happy home. Be completely clear.
True words of a homewrecker.
Okay, so I would have been 15, I think, when we got together. And there was a house party that I went to, and we had to run to Walmart really fast because this is back when not everyone had a deep fryer at their house, to be completely clear. So it was like a dope thing, and air fryers did not exist back then.
They had a miniature fryer?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's weird because now I look back and I'm like, dude, that was kind of creepy because it was like this much older gentleman who would like host parties a lot. Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter is deep frying his fucking people fingers.
Yes. Or French fries. Same thing. So we went to the store because we got there early. We were like friends with this dude. And like I said, we'd been talking, we'd been flirting. We weren't officially a couple.
Ooh.
There's a really cute picture somewhere of us with me with my thick chain because it's like the early 2000s and my like graphic tee and him with his little Kangol hat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's mildly embarrassing. But we went to Walmart, and to be very clear, at that point, I was still a virgin and quite, even though I've always been very liberal about sex because of my upbringing, I'm also quite like conservative about like other people thinking of me in that way. And we went to Walmart, and he grabbed a big thing, like a 2-gallon jug of canola oil because that's what we needed for the deep fat fryer. And right before we left, people asked for stuff. So they had told him like, okay, this is what we need. So we rolled up, and we had like split up in the store because I was like looking at cute shirts. We rolled up, and he puts on like whatever, I don't know, is it a 5-gallon jug? It's those giant ass like paint jug containers full of canola oil. That, condoms, and Starburst.
Oh my God. Why?
Is all that we checked out. So literally 3 items. So when I read this this question, I was like, oh no, that's it. Because I was.
So were the Starburst for you?
Oh, and sorry, I forgot. And tampons, because one of the chicks needed tampons. So we rolled up with Starburst, tampons, canola oil, and condoms. And I was mortified because the cashier looked at him, looked at me, and once again, 15, he was 19. And he looked a lot more like a grown-up, and I looked a lot more like a child. So I would say, just looking at us, he probably looked like he was in his early 20s, and I looked about 13. And I'm like, this is mortifying, because I was aware enough to be like, this looks like we're getting some weird sex shit.
Oh, for
not
sure.
to shame people with weird sex shit, but also canola oil is not a good lube. And she gave me that look of like, blink twice if you need help because you're using canola oil as lube, honey.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so that was it.
I have kind of a funny story.
Yes, please
about
share.
A supermarket. So back when I was like a wee teen, I really missed teenager Callista because she was just at the peak of her like, I don't give a fuck stage and just peak feminism. She really gave a lot of fucks, but when it came to like being a feminist, she was just about it. So she, because she's extra, was like, you know what, I'm going to be the person that buys the condoms because I'm a fucking independent young woman. She's 16. I don't know what she's doing.
I love that.
I would buy the condoms, and I would walk up. It was my favorite thing to walk up to the fucking clerk and buy them, and with a proud fucking head, like head up high. This is what I'm doing. I'm sexually active, and I'm being safe and, healthy about it. So, she walks up, does that. I have never had any cashier person be fucking weird about it except for a lady at Walmart. And she made some sort of shitty comment about it. And I was just like, whatever, lady, just bag my shit. And I had to go shopping later that week with my mother because, I don't know, we just had to go to Walmart for some reason. And in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, fuck, I hope we don't run into that lady. And that was the same lady that checked us out. And it was funny because she looked at me and she remembered me. And I looked at her and I smiled. And she didn't do shit about it. She was too much of a pussy to fucking say anything. All right.
Wow. That was crazy.
It wasn't really mortified. A crazy story, but it was
I would have been mortified that she would say something. Also, yeah. I love that because that's one of those things that I'm sure people think because I'm really assertive that, like, I am that person to be like, I don't give a fuck. That is not me. I, to this day, do not want to check out condoms. And I'm 37 years old. And I'm like, this is going to be so weird.
No, I was stoked. Every single time I bought condoms, I was just like, and what of it?
No.
What of it?
If I still had to buy tampons, I'd be worried about that too. Mm-hmm. The idea of checking out anything like that, I'm like, oh no, don't think about my bits. Okay, I'm going to say 3.
If animals could talk, which species would be the rudest of them all?
Ooh, koalas.
Yeah, they're kind of fucking vicious, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're like super mean. Rudest, honestly, the first thing that came to mind was crows. And I get that they're super smart. I really do I love a crow. I love a murder of crows. But I don't know, something about them. Like I once had a crow really fuck with me outside of a CVS because he could imitate the sound of the FaceTime notification going off. And so I heard it and I checked my phone and looked and I was like, what the fuck? Must not be mine. And then I heard it again and I looked and I looked up at the fucking post by my car, and it was a fucking crow making that noise.
I love that.
What
the
was
crow's
he-
having the best time punking people.
Literally, he's
He's like, psych, no, I love you.
He's like, watch the fucking, hairless apes will look at their little pocket square after you make this noise. Like, fuck off, dude. God.
Okay, would you rather own a horse the size of a cat or a cat the size of a mouse?
Cat size of mouse? No.
He's so little.
No, I think I would still prefer the horse.
A little fucking cat-sized horse?
Yeah.
I would dress him up so much.
Oh my God, he'd be such a cute little horsey.
Yeah, he'd be like little Sebastian.
But I mean, that one's, he would exactly be like little Sebastian. That one's a little bit hard for me because I'm a little bit partial. I like cats. I don't think I'd ever own one, but I do like them. But I don't know.
Oh, no, it wasn't. That wasn't the question the other day. Never mind.
Oh, okay. What was the question?
When you asked if you owned a Chihuahua, if we would still be your friend.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would come visit you if you owned a cat.
There you go.
I just don't feel comfortable in the same house as a cat, ever.
To be fair, they do beef with you.
They do.
Cats tend to really like me. It's funny because there's nothing... I get the sick satisfaction of most of the time people are like, oh, wow, he warmed up to you quick. Like, that's what happens to me and cats.
Because you're cunty like a cat.
I think so. But I'm still afraid of them. I'm like, oh God, I don't know what you want from me.
They've hit me too many times.
If you were suddenly arrested for no reason and your face was flashed all over the news, what would your family and friends assume that you did?
Murder.
Murder?
I'm assuming you guys would think I killed someone. But I don't feel like I would be dumb enough to get caught, to be completely clear.
No, I don't think so either. I would think that you got framed.
Oh,
because you're secretly a really goody two shoe, so I would think that
I am not a goody two shoe.
Yes,
don't
you
ruin
are.
my reputation. You're a goody two shoe.
What do you think if my face was
speed?
Okay, Grandma. I speed. Okay. What do you think I would do? You can say it. That's fine.
Prostitution.
Listen.
No, but I would think that you accidentally got busted. Not for you being a prostitute, but for fucking soliciting prostitution.
Like, wait, soliciting? Like, I'm selling?
No.
Or like
You're purchasing. Because you thought somebody just needed like a ride or money or something, and it turns out that he indeed was a prostitute, but really he wasn't. He was a cop undercover, busting you.
Oh, bummer.
Prostitution, yeah.
So you would think that it was out of the goodness of my heart?
Yes, would get busted for prostitution.
Thank you. I guess that there's so many. I don't even know how to feel about that.
What do you think that they think?
I would say, I think for some reason, a lot of my friends would think it was for fraud or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I would assume that you guys would thought. Not anything to do with prostitution.
If your mugshot showed up, I'd be like, oh my God, she got busted for prostitution, I'm sure. But not because she's a prostitute, but because she gave someone money and they said, oh, yeah, you're purchasing.
Yeah. I would assume that people were like, oh my God, she like returned an item that wasn't, I don't know, something stupid. You know what I mean? Like surely, let's be real.
It's that like Caboose when he accidentally stole a watermelon.
Exactly.
And then
shit
felt
like that.
terrible and was like, oh my God, I need to go back. But how do I go and tell them I need to purchase said watermelon?
You don't. They're going to look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, exactly. It would, let's be real. I'm not smart enough to do any of like that kind of shit. I'm only interested in making, I don't know, profit off of things that I know that are profitable, like showing up to work. But I don't know.
Ooh, I couldn't do like fraud.
No.
That's too stressful. I can't do it. I guess that is what makes me a goody two shoes. I can't do illegal things.
It's too stressful.
It's like, no.
It's too stressful. Oh, no, actually it would probably be for vandalism. Like egging someone's house. Like I feel like
I will not let you egg someone's house.
I don't know why, but it's my first knee-jerk reaction.
To egg someone's house?
Yeah.
Do you know how much damage that does to paint?
A lot, apparently. I don't know.
My car has been
I've
egged.
never egged anybody. So
yeah, the guy that called us the F word that I won't say egged my car and it damages paint.
What a douchebag.
Yeah.
I was talking to my niece about this. Like, if we were to egg someone, we would choose like the Century eggs from the Asian market or balut. But then I was like, oh, fuck, they would know it's us if it was balut because that's hella Filipino.
Yeah, I was like, so you just make it easier to get busted?
Yeah. We were like laughing about it because we were like, oh my God, they would for sure know.
Also, most people have Ring cameras now.
Oh, absolutely.
So you would get busted because it would show you on the Ring camera. It's like those kids that tried to come and steal our mail and then Caboose chased them. Mm-hmm. And they were trying on your weird sex costumes.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my, I'm so embarrassed. It was not a weird sex costume.
It was just a Halloween costume, but it's way funnier to tell her it was a weird sex costume.
Oh, God.
My favorite part about that is Caboose being the giant man he is chasing these children. And also it worked. To be completely clear, it did work because there were tons of people around, like on our Ring neighborhood app, that were complaining about shit getting stolen. And then Caboose chased those kids down, got the packages back.
Yeah.
And then it stopped happening. So he just, I don't know. How do you say that on the West Coast?
What?
Because he just basically like scared the Jesus into him.
Not that you don't, there's no phrase for that. You just say, I chased some kids down to get my package back.
No, he
scared the Jesus out of them.
Into them. He didn't scare the Jesus out of them.
Into them.
He put the Jesus in the... Oh, no, you can't say that.
Nope, that sounds weird.
Okay.
Moving on.
If you were appointed president of the internet, what would it be and why? Oh, my God. Y'all, I would get rid of so much hateful shit that's on the internet.
Oh, like, what would I do if I was appointed president of the internet?
It says, what would it be and why?
Who would it be?
Oh.
Dyslexic.
Oh. Yeah.
So if you were to appoint a president, no, I'm just going to say I'm president of the internet.
Yeah, I would appoint myself.
The first thing I would do.
Oh, I would appoint Oprah.
Oh, that's good.
Oprah would be so good if she was in charge of the internet.
I think so, but it's hard because if you get rid of too much of the edginess, then the internet loses the appeal. But.
What? No, ma'am. The internet should be a place of education.
That's what I'm saying. It loses the appeal. Part of the reason why people love the internet is not because their YouTube history looks like yours, which is just random shit from like, it's the craziest educational shit I've ever fucking seen. We once were watching, I don't know if I told the podcast about this, but one of the recommended things that came up on her fucking YouTube was this lady. And by the way, the entire video is silent. And she is dressed up to be a woman from like, what, the 1800s?
Yes.
And she teaches you how they would bake a pie in the 1800s. And her whole setup is like, no joke. Like, this is not like a regular house. It is a set.
It's not a set. Like it's an actual home from the 1800s. And
dude.
She, just like, I don't know, colonial Williamsburg. So it's like filmed there. And she just teaches you how they would have done everything at that point.
Nerd shit.
And you say nerd shit, but if the entire world went down, I would know how to cook for you.
You would know.
And I think that you should approach the information that goes, I'm aware that we would not count as this, the information that goes into your brain, the same as like your nutritionally dense foods, that it should be 80% should be beneficial, nutritionally dense. So therefore you should be learning, and then 20% can be garbage. And I think if the world worked like that, we'd all be a whole lot smarter.
Absolutely, but I wouldn't have fun. So that's president of the internet. Here's
president of the internet.
Here's my first thing that I'm doing as president of the internet. I am taking Twitter away from Elon Musk. Nope. I'm going to yeet it right out of his fucking hands.
Isn't it called X now?
Yeah. And then
like a weird porn site?
I would take it. It literally is like a weird porn site. So I would take it and go, it's now officially Twitter again. Fuck y'all. We out. Fuck it. We ball. So, and then I would return Twitter back to its normal state. Fuck everything else. No, absolutely not. You cannot buy the blue check mark anymore. That's just stupid anyways. We're done. So that would be the first thing to
If I'm being honest, the people that like get verified, is it verified, whatever it's called on, like, I don't have Twitter. I think I might have a Twitter.
So they do it now on Instagram
but on
too.
Instagram, I tend to unfollow a lot of those people. That like if you buy that, I'm like, I'm not interested. Thanks.
Yeah, totally. I don't want to pay for that.
Yeah, I will just unfollow you then. What makes you feel like you're qualified to be president of the internet?
Nothing. This stupid questionnaire just told me I was.
Oh, okay. So you're okay. I love that. That's great. I still stick by Oprah.
Okay. Oprah's
So
fine.
yeah, she can handle anything.
If you can make one of your body parts detachable with no negative repercussions, which one would it be and why?
Can I replace it with another body part?
I think it's a detachable in the sense that like once you detach it, you could put it back on.
Okay, so I can't add one. I can't have a detachable penis.
What do you mean by
balls.
add one?
Because I would do that. But if it's just like you have to have your body you currently have.
Yeah.
Ooh.
With the parts you currently own.
Okay, so that's really hard. Because it's somewhere in between like
You're just explaining a strap-on. I just not realized that.
Yes.
You were just explaining.
But it would be like actually working.
Yeah. Like you would feel it?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. That's actually a good answer.
Like that's what I would do. But that's adding one.
I would add one. I would add one too.
Exactly.
Personally. So
exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
So that would be better.
Right.
But it's a really hard place because obviously as a non-binary individual, I would say to remove my breasts. And I honestly think that I would say I would only throw them on like maybe 3 days a month. I'd like have tits. Otherwise, I'd just get rid of them. But then that's really hard because then the logistics as well, like as a non-binary person, that's the answer that like resonates with me. But the logistical side of me says I would be able to remove like my arm. So when you go to sleep, you don't have one arm that goes to sleep because I'm a side sleeper. So like, and if you're doing that weird, like you do the cuddle thing, then you're like, what do I do with this fucking, if I have to be big spoon, what do I do with this arm? Yeah, and that's a really hard place to be.
No, that's fair. That's a good answer.
Because I'm married to a big fucking dude. And so this arm does not make sense when he wants to be little spoon and I want to be big spoon. And then my arm, like, what do you do with it? Like,
I don't know why.
It doesn't make sense.
But when I thought of your answer, I thought that you would for sure say boobs so that way you could throw them at people.
Oh my God, that's like the best idea.
Like boob done.
Yes, I would. No, that would be dangerous because then it would be like, people would walk in the door, like Talia would walk in, and I would just fucking sock her in the face with a titty.
With a boob, yeah.
Detachable
it would be
way
boob.
funnier.
God.
We should get some. They have the, what are they, like the cutlets?
Soft ones? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, they're called cutlets.
We're talking about two different things. What? I was thinking about the actual, they make squishies of just
oh, the squishies? Yeah, we should get those so we can hit people in the head with them. This is a great idea. If you guys want to send a squishy...
Don't do that. I'm nixing that from your itinerary. We're not doing that.
We end up
Mine would be my head. I would detach my head and throw it at people.
What?
Because think about how scary that is.
Fuck? Your whole ass head?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Your whole ass head, you just mean throwing your whole ass head at people.
Yeah, I think it would like be really funny
that
and
would
scary.
Be terrifying.
Can you imagine?
You were the headless horseman.
I'm the headless. There's so many costume
Ichabod
ideas.
Crane?
There are so many costume ideas. Have you seen Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? The girl with the green bow around her neck, and she fucking dates this dude, and then ends up marrying him. And she's very big on, like, you do not take the fucking green bow out of my neck, bitch. Don't fucking do it. Don't even think about it, sir. And so he never does. And then she's on her deathbed. And she finally, like, dies. And I forget, he was, like, placing her in a casket or whatever and accidentally took off the green bow and her head rolled off. And it's been like that the entire time. That's why she had the green bow on her neck.
Did she shower with the bow on?
I'm
assuming.
Would it get
soggy?
I think she also took it off and then showered separately, because think about how easy it would be.
So they never showered together?
I don't know, but this is
what
also
about swimming.
This isn't like the 1800s. This is like way back, so they didn't even. I don't even think they had showers back when this story was like a thing.
No, but they had. Well, I guess they didn't fully submerge in baths.
Yeah,
I'm getting too much in the weeds. Okay, if you were put in charge of creating a brand new global holiday, what would you name it?
A global holiday?
Yeah.
What would I name it?
This is her thinking. Yeah. And how would it be celebrated? And what time of year would it be held? I love this. I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Cultural Appreciation Day.
Oh, nice.
You have to speak to people of different cultures and celebrate their cultures.
Ooh,
so I feel like if everyone was forced, and I would also change it to not one day, but one whole week. So one whole week, nobody works. You have to meet people of different cultures, different fucking ethnicities, like all from around the world. We celebrate all these different cultures. I think it would do so much to like connect people and help like eradicate racism. I know that's a big old fucking ass, but whatever. It's my world. It's my imagination. It's wonderful.
Yes.
And then after a couple years of it, you wouldn't have like racism be permeated through this because you wouldn't have this fear of like things that are different from yours, but you could appreciate all these things. And I would say that it is celebrated in the middle of winter. So depending on where your winter is, if you're Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, I would do it different for each one. Because winter sucks anyway. So like you're cold and you're miserable. So imagine just like what we did with our holidays where like I wouldn't have known to eat grapes underneath the table. And that was so much fun because we all almost choked to death.
That's true.
And like you got to experience English cultures.
Yes.
And then part of like our journey.
You got to experience Filipino culture.
I got to well, that's what I was going to say. Is like part of our journey on this was that like we got to see the similarities between my Mexican heritage and your Filipino heritage, where we got to see those like traditions that like overlapped.
Yeah.
And so I think that like if we had more holidays where we celebrated multiple cultures and traditions, it's not to eradicate the different cultures, but it's to improve the overall appreciation for all of them.
Yeah, and you're learning something new. And you're right. That was really well. That was a very good answer. It's much better than mine.
I love yours no matter what it is.
Mine is Global Do Nothing Day. A whole day
love
where no
that.
one does anything. You do nothing. Everything's halted. You do nothing.
I think that's a great day.
Period.
What are we celebrating?
We're celebrating the fact that we deserve to do nothing.
Perfect. When are we celebrating it?
I would say it would have to be for me personally. It's got to be either
I'm going to need you to name a date.
A little bit before Christmas or after New Year's is what I'm thinking. Because I think people deserve a do nothing day before the crazy holiday of Christmas.
Okay. Can we get a date locked in?
Yeah, we can do December. We can do December 20th.
Okay. So just so you know, you guys, December 20th, don't contact us. We're doing nothing.
Do nothing.
Do nothing holiday. Do nothing.
That's yours is beautiful and brings all the people together. Mine is you do nothing.
Oh, this is perfect for you.
How many chickens?
No.
Oh.
Not how many
The question
chickens.
that I was going to ask was how many chickens would it take to be able to kill a lion? Which answer is like a billion?
100. What?
100? A lion would kill like at least 50 chickens easy.
What are you talking? No, 50 chickens at a time. Okay, are we talking?
All at once.
Yeah, all at once. A lion is not going to kill 50 chickens. I also don't like this because it's animal meanness.
Cruelty,
but
yeah.
like, if we're talking video games, no, I would still feel bad for him.
Okay, we don't have to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about this, but not 1,000.
How many chickens would it take to be able to
this
throw a
one
lion a party?
Oh, okay. So to throw a lion a perfect party, I think it would still probably take like
A lot of chickens.
15 chickens.
You think 15 only?
Yes.
They've got to gather a lot of supplies. Lions eat like how many pounds of... Okay. If your life is now a video game, what are some of the cheat codes you can use and what do they do?
You answer it first.
Cheat codes? Who uses cheat codes?
What? Don't be shaming people for cheat codes.
I just don't... I feel like cheat codes don't really apply to nowadays video games, but cheat codes, I would say I would really enjoy a cheat code where once a week, just once a week, I can teleport to and from a place. Just once.
Where would you teleport to?
Honestly, I'm lazy, so it'd probably be to work. And then I teleport back.
Oh my god. Okay, so if I could teleport once a week, I'd go visit my dad. I'd go visit my cousins in England.
Sweet. Yeah.
I'd go visit
You'd
Cole
have a
and
lot of
Rachel.
people that-
Yeah, I'd go visit Donna. I'd go visit like a bunch of people.
All the people that know me from like, out of town, or even like in
what the
state
fuck?
are like Callista.
That
I'm
bitch
just
is
lazy.
wasting fucking cheat codes.
Sometimes I don't want to fucking sit through traffic. Kill me. Do you have a cheat code? You can't use mine.
My cheat code would be to not have to sleep, and I could get so much more
Oh,
done.
that'd be lit. That'd be so great, actually. That'd be amazing.
Like, I was trying to do artwork last night at like 11 o'clock, and I was really excited about this artwork. I'd rewatch parts of Saltburn so I could get the accuracy of the flash, because that's a big thing. And this is something they don't talk about with like neurodivergent artists, is that I can take some artistic license, but things like the razor blades in the movie have to be accurate on my flash.
Yeah.
And then when you're looking for references, like I was looking for like some blood references and couldn't find the references on the internet. So I ended up having to scrub through the movie to find, I think, 4 different points to get the references correct. And they don't tell you that part when you're a neurodivergent like artist of like, oh, you're creating artwork to celebrate this film, but you need to watch it 72 times and then grab some like screen grabs. So if anyone looked in my phone right now and they've watched the movie Saltburn, there is some weird fucking shit and scenes on my phone because I needed to be able to grab the correct references.
Right.
Not because I have a weird thing for that movie and all the cringy parts of it. Yeah, so it would be to not sleep. Like that would... And to not be tired and not have any damage to my body.
I like that cheat code a lot. You know the vampires in Twilight can't sleep?
Of course you know that.
Of course. Anyways.
Wow, but I feel like you'd also get bored.
Oh, God.
How do you know when it's a new day?
The sun comes up?
Ugh, annoying.
All right. Well, I think we're nearing the end of this episode. Do you want to do another question?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. What's the worst tagline you can think of a brand that sells wart removal cream?
Wart removal cream? Tagline?
Yeah, if you had to like think of like a catchphrase for wart removal.
Oh, God, this is so gross. The first thing that came to mind was, we'll make your warts creamy. Disgusting.
Ew! You
fucking asked. You asked.
I'm done now. I'm done. I'm officially done. That's the end of the episode. No one has wins for this week. I'm going to go vomit. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I am so sorry we ended on that.
You fucking asked. So, you know what? Don't ask questions that you don't want to know the answers to. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye. So bad. I'm dying. That's the wrong button.